We all know that what we eat affects us, from affecting our weight to how our organs function. And with such a variety of foods available, there's no doubt that everybody eats a little differently. Today, I'm going to talk about what affects what we eat. According to Statistics Canada, in 2014, the average total household expenditure, or yearly grocery bill, was about $8,109, which is $675 a month. This might not be a problem for a family with a good income, but for families making less money, $675 of fresh groceries isn't an option. This is when fast food comes in. If you buy a $5 meal for 4 people every day, it costs about $600 a month and $7,200 a year, a whole $909 less than buying healthier things. And while families may be saving money, they certainly aren't doing anything for their health. But fear not. There are thousands of Canadian companies dedicated to getting families the food they need, and you can do your part if you'd like to donate your food, your time, or money. Whether you have 9 billion extracurriculars, hundreds of chores to do, or you just come home with a lot of homework, being busy is becoming the norm as more is expected of us. As a result of this, there are lots of times when we overlook getting proper nutrition, but even when you're busy, it's important to take care of yourself. There are many ways you can do that, but for now, here are 3. The first thing is always have breakfast. You're probably so tired of hearing this, but there's a good reason for it. Having food after a long period of dormancy gives you a source of energy to start your day with, and it bumps up your metabolism. Breakfast is often cast aside, but it is just as important as every other part of your morning routine, so try to have something every day. The second thing you can do is make sure you have access to food throughout the day. If you don't always have the time to make lunch, it may be in your best interest to keep a stash of things like Clif Bars or yogurt in your bag. That way, if you're ever hungry, you know that you'll have something, even if it isn't a meal. The last thing you can do is make sure you balance out the food groups and eat the right amount of food. As much as we all wish it, instant noodles aren't really part of any food group, and instant foods can often leave you feeling empty. Now, I'm not saying never to have takeout or instant foods, because hey, those are great, but it is important to have fruits, vegetables, grains, protein, and dairy throughout the day, depending on you, because if you're lactose intolerant, a big glass of milk really won't help you. Also, make sure you aren't skimping out or eating too much. You want your food to fill you, but not give you that uncomfortable post-Thanksgiving dinner feel. If you take these things into consideration, you'll find that you now have some new ways to cope with eating while being busy. Here in Canada, we have all kinds of farmers to provide us with awesome foods, but this isn't the case everywhere. For example, there's this tiny island in the South Pacific called Nauru. There's a huge obesity problem there for one reason. The soil is so damaged that no edible produce grows anymore. So, this island has food shipped in from other countries, but instead of fresh produce, the kind of stuff that could survive nuclear fallout. All that aside, different countries obviously have different foods to offer, which really impacts one's diet depending on where they live. As you grow, your taste in food grows with you. Ask a child how many slices of cake they prefer, and then ask your grandfather. A child is probably going to want as much sugar as possible, while an elderly person might suggest that cake is too sweet for them. And if you look at Canada's food guide, you can see that males generally need to eat a little more than females. And as you could probably guess, a weightlifter is probably going to eat a little differently than a ballerina. These are reasons, psychologically and physically, that cause your needs and eating habits to change. Here's an interesting fact. Though all seniors are more susceptible to osteoporosis, Caucasian and Asian women are at highest risk for it, simply because their bone densities are lower than that of other people in other races and genders. So there you have it. 4 factors that affect our diets, as well as some ways to ensure you get what you need. Here are all those citations you didn't want to see, and thank you for watching.